Hello, I'm Jaroid, a visual artist who has been living in the US for 6 years, and this is my experience with Artist Rise that meant to help visual artists to make persistent sales online. Jaroid Henry, the CEO and founder, has used misleading tactics. Unlike most scams, which lure you in with attractive promises and then disappear after an online payment, Jaroid is still present and is pushing more sales through Instagram and Facebook ads. I question what he thinks about how long he is able to get along with screwing artists. His company has recruited nearly 1,000 of us. My initial experience. In 2022, I started researching Artist Rise and booked a call with one of Jaroid's mentors, who immediately tried to pressure me into paying on the spot. I said I needed time to think, but he clearly asked me 2 more times if I'd pay right then. It felt extremely pushy and even manipulative. They asked me how much I wanted to earn by selling my art per month. Knowing they'd often suggest a target of $5,000, I echoed that number, though I mumbled it. Yet $5,000 felt challenging to make at that time. My desire to make a living from my art pushed me to continue researching it. Out of 5 artists I spoke with, only 1 gave negative feedback, but I ignored this warning because I was looking for validation of my dream, the dream of selling my painting. I ignored the giant red flags. Jaroid's phone conversations varied widely. At times his voice was dull, monotone, cold and detached for over 40 minutes, and occasionally he said how passionate he is. He continued, "You should trust me." But I don't think a trustworthy person needs to say this. It's important to note that in the summer of 2024, I joined a Facebook group called Ex-Artist Risers with nearly 80 members and a separate group text of 15 members discussing a potential lawsuit against Artist Rise. The points I'm sharing here is not only my subjective opinion, it represents our ex-Artist Risers to some degree. Refund guarantee. The contract I signed states that if participants don't make a sale within the first 120 days and follow all the advice given, they are eligible for a full refund, plus $500. Despite many artists meeting the criteria, no one initially received their money upon request. Only recently did 3 artists finally get refund, though this process was neither straightforward nor timely. Since he initiated breaching the contract with the whole community, the trust is broken, so we have the right to request the refund. The refund guarantee was just a tactic to attract artists to pay. 2. The bulletproof sales marketing. The program claims that by following its strategies, artists will consistently make sales. While a few artists seem to succeed under the program, those who do well are often already established and selling before they join. In reality, the course doesn't provide financial impact as it promises. Me and an artist riser who complained and got refunded agreed that this operation reminds us of the famous Ponzi scheme, the scheme that creates the illusion of success until the flow of early money stops and the scheme collapses, which exactly happened with Jaroid. As he claimed it to his community of artists, he said his profit dropped. Inconsistency in the price, from $2,000 to $4,800. Inconsistency in the price for the same service proves that the course is marketed differently to different people. It is a high-pressure sales tactic that adjusts the price based on willingness to pay. Jaroid never differentiated services for different prices. In fact, those who paid at once were favored over those who paid in installments. Jaroid even used the excuse of payment installments not to pay a refund. For his new program, the CEO is charging $1,000 more, a total of $4,800. Number 4. Set up to mind control. Jaroid gives every artist the same advice. Create an emotional caption for each post, often based on a dark, traumatic personal story about why you make your work. This one-size-fits-all approach encourages vulnerability. I think it is to catch the weaknesses of his clients so he can control them more. His number 1 advice was go to Facebook groups based on your topic you cover in your art. For example, if you paint cars, only cars, Jaroid assumes people will buy your painting if you go to car-related Facebook groups. When we are targeting everyday customers like that, aiming for souvenir collectors rather than becoming part of a genuine collection, we end up usually with low quality artworks and low prices. By targeting everyday customers this way, we risk reducing our work to a community, losing the very essence that could make it compelling, valuable, professional, and deep. Plus, there is a no complaint policy in this community that creates a false image of our real results. Number 5. Encouraging artists to lie. In one of his training videos, Jaroid advises artists to lie to clients. If a potential buyer shows interest, he suggests telling them that another buyer has put down a deposit but didn't complete the payment, creating a false urgency in the customer. This tactic is manipulative and damages trust with clients, turning them into prey rather than partners. He's using the same strategy with his potential clients. He used it with me before I signed up. Number 6. Pointless service. After I paid, Jaroid told me we are going to have a phone call, which I looked forward to and I was super excited. But the call was pointless and at just 1 minute. He told me he's going to text me 3 artist names. In the following text, he sent me to look them up on social media and offered no discussion or opportunity to ask questions or discuss details. I was shocked because I paid him $3,800 upfront. He could have sent this in a single text. I asked him, "That's it?" He confirmed, "Yes, that's it." Number 7. Cheating on metrics. Jaroid constantly inflates his success metrics. In 2022, he claimed most artists made $5,000 per month. A year later, he raised this claim to $10,000. He's also inconsistent about his own spending on education, claiming anywhere from $150,000 to over $300,000. His statements like that have no foundations whatsoever. He goes further. In his ads, he claims his artist generated a total sales of $2.1 million, a figure that supposedly can be tracked, though he later raises this claim to $6 million, which he says is untracked. In fact, most of his artists don't make any sales. Number 8. Silencing and no refund. Jaroid has removed multiple artists from the group without noticing them and looking for a decent compromise. I know of 6 artists he cut off the Facebook community, only 3 of them whom received refunds. In fact, they got refunded only after Jaroid's efforts to remove their negative comments from YouTube and Reddit. One of them organized our community called ex-Artistrizers, preparing for an action lawsuit against Artistrise. She posed a threat to Jaroid's name and the reputation of Artistrise, so he paid her off. In the Facebook community, Jaroid and his team deletes complaints and sometimes removes artists without any prior notice who speak out, creating a false sense of success of the training. Overall, this tricky game didn't just hurt our wallets, it wore down our confidence, our faith in the program, and ourselves as artists. I felt so much shame and honestly traumatized me. Number 9. Extract more money. The attempt of breach of contract of all clients. Just recently, I dreamt that Artist Rise was asking for more money to keep access to the course that had been promised as a lifetime agreement. I searched the Facebook community and realized my dream had a basis in reality. I was shocked again, but at this time, this was different. Then I joined the Ex-Artist Riser group and found that we are stronger together. What I thought was only my individual problem is actually a collective issue. Jaroid wanted to shut down Artist Rise 2.0 and launch a new program called Artist Rise Flagship, asking members for an additional fee, an additional $3,800. Many artists protested, and Jaroid tried to negotiate. Under pressure, he ultimately allowed all 900 plus artists to keep free access. When Jaroid was pitching the flagship program, he misrepresented the purpose of Artist Rise 2.0 so blatantly. The viewer can see a screenshot that was presented by Jaroid. Here, he claims Artist Rise 2.0 was only meant for those wanting to become artists, evoking, not selling artists, while flagship targets artists seeking to go selling, evoking to make $10,000 a month. This is not just a grammatical mistake, this is a complete lie. Artist Rise 2.0 was originally promoted as a program to help artists make consistent sales. Changing the definitions of lifetime access. In 3 separate statements over 4 years, Jaroid redefined lifetime access to fit his temporary agenda, depending on what he wanted from us. First, initially in 2020, he claimed members don't need to attend every Q&A, implying ongoing support and referred to lifetime access. Number 2, in a Q&A in 2024, he argued we can Google the expression lifetime access and we will find that it means the lifetime of the product. Not saying it word by word, yet he meant he could end the product whenever he wanted, violating those the most who just paid somewhere between $2,000 and $3,800. Number 3. In his apology statement after the protest of the artist, he explains that when he created the product of Lifetime, he didn't know that there are no Lifetime online courses on the market. Well, actually, lifetime access is a serious commitment. His claim shows a lack of knowledge of the market and a lack of responsibility to his clients. And, what can be worse, intentional cheating. In some words, I'd like to summarize my points. I do not recommend Artist Rise. Artists deserve justice and a refund. Jaroid, stop lying. Stop pushing artists toward dishonest practices. Don't take it personally. Take the feedback of us as a lesson. Voices from the artist may guide you toward becoming a better person, far away from a misleading leader.